My name is Adeyemi Talabi. I do the 1, the 2, and long jump. I joined the club when I was 6, but I feel like I've been running even before then because like primary school, everyone's like running around. So I was naturally fast. There was a girl maybe like 2 or 3 years ahead of me, and she said to my mom like, "Oh yeah, there's a club in like Longford town if you want to take her." So my mom took me there, and since then I've been running with Longford. Yeah, with long jump, it's kind of like there's a rhythm to it, whereas sprinting is like all out, go for it. Actually, because I only figured it out recently, I figured it out and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, this could work. So it's kind of like I'll have a song in my head and it's like, okay, I can kind of build up with this. And I kind of finally understood why people did the claps, but I still wouldn't because a lot of people clap off beat anyway. So I listen to a lot of music, so it'll be like, okay, if there's a song I'm listening to at the moment, I can kind of like slow it down in my head and then like build it up from there. And I remember indoor conference, I didn't do as well as I wanted to just because there were loads of things going on for me. So like outdoor conference, I was like, okay, I need to redeem myself. So it goes back to the pressure I put on myself that like, oh, I need to redeem myself, all of this. So I was like just on my toes, like anxious the entire time. And even my coach came up to me like, are you okay? Because he started talking about like my Irish accent came out more because I was so stressed. I ran the 100 and I finished it like not knowing where I placed. I just knew I did like well enough. And I came to my coach, I didn't even ask him where I placed. I was like, what time did I run? He's like 11:44. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And then I found out I came fourth by like 0.01. I was like, oh, nice. And then the 2, I was just like, you know what? It's your last event. Go for it. Just go for it. And ended up getting a PB in that as well. Like, okay, yeah. I was like very conflicted because I was like, on the one hand, like my PB's dropped drastically since I started, but on the other hand, I could have got a medal. That was the only thing in my mind. Like, I wanted something to bring back to my bowl because like obviously I'm over there by myself, and it's like that's what was bothering me in indoors. Just that like I miss the support of like having like people I'm familiar with around me. So I was just like, I want something for her. It was so tough for me at first because like I do like kind of struggle with my mental health sometimes. So like being on my own and then like making friends and then getting used to training, there was a lot to do it. But then like I'd say when I went back in January, I was able to kind of like talk to more people and like just figure stuff out. Like, okay, I know what to expect. Kind of, and especially now like I'm actually excited to start my second year because like I know what's happening now. At least I'm not like clueless about stuff. If it did get like to what I thought was bad, I'd go talk to like the counselor that we had. So like we'd have like free sessions, so like a few free sessions before anything else. And then my coaches were like, oh yeah, we can cover it if you need any more. So I was like, okay, that's good. And then the journaling thing, that was until the start of the year. I was like, I should probably do that just because like I need an outlet or something. At least because I do, like, I've loved track. But when I was over there, I felt like I feel extremely burnt out. But I was like, no, I still do enjoy doing this. It's just that like I don't know what's really going on. I'm just kind of going with whatever happens. So I was just like, okay, let me get a journal, at least if I can't talk to anyone, because obviously time zones as well. I can't really call my friends. It's like 2 a.m. for them. So I was like, okay, at least get it out somewhere. My coaches in secondary school, so like I met them when I first started. So Kieran and Relus, and I'd consider them to be family to me at this point because like they've helped me out a lot, and like I'm still in touch with them now and everything. Like they've been like really supportive. And I remember like there's sometimes like back in secondary school, like I'd be the only one training. Like I'd be doing winter training by myself because track was like a summer sport. So but I was like, no, I still want to do things. That's why it was like enjoyable for me. Like, oh yeah, I feel like the stress I had over there was like good to like, you know, character development, and like it got me going. But like I remember saying to my coaches back at home, like I'm excited to come back home because I feel like I know this is comfortable for me, so it'll be fun at least. Not saying it wasn't fun over there, but I just felt like maybe I put too much pressure on myself, which is something I'm gonna kind of work on for my next year. So World Championships are being held in Oregon in the USA this year. The 4x1 is a relay, so each leg runs 100 meters. But when we went to Diamond League, because we're trying to qualify for European Championships, I got to run last leg and I felt great. It was the first time I did it in like a few years because of COVID and stuff. I was like, I love this so much. We trained on the day for Diamond League just to see like marks and stuff. I mean, it worked. So it was great. And I feel like we're probably gonna end up doing the same thing again because like we leave on Tuesday, so the 12th, and then we run on the 22nd. This is my first year as like under 23 senior, so it's like, oh, I'm new to this. And like even after Diamond League, like I got closer with like the girls that I ran with, so like Lauren Roy, Kate Doherty, and Sarah Leahy. I was like, oh yeah, these are great. What's this? So no, and I've realized now that I am coming out of my shell a bit more anyway, so like